Take Shelter basically is a film about, in a sense, mental illness in a way. So I'll kind of go over a quick synopsis quick. So this film's directed by Jeff Nichols, if you guys don't know who that is. Jeff Nichols directed Mud with Matthew McConaughey a couple years back. And this was his film before he did Mud, and this film really got him a lot of praise and stuff like that. Take Shelter is about a man that has a family, played by Michael Shannon, which Michael Shannon does an excellent job in this film. But he basically starts to have kind of bad dreams and nightmares about things coming, about a storm coming. And at first, when I was watching this film, I thought it was like a new modern interpretation of Noah, where kind of God was reaching out to him and showing him things that were going to happen in the future. But then the more and more the story goes along, and I won't spoil too much for you guys, the more the story goes along, you actually find out that his mom suffers from schizophrenia, and it's paranoid schizophrenia. So, and what this film really does very well is portrays how mental illness really is, and how, the film kind of plays with your mind a lot, because he's seeing things and Michael Shannon's seeing things or hearing things like lightning bolts or thunder, or seeing lightning bolts or hearing thunder. And he doesn't know whether or not he's seeing it and nobody else is seeing it, or if it's actually there. And from the whole movie being from Michael Shannon's point of view is really, really incredible, because you don't even know what's kind of going on and what's real and what's not. But it's also such a low film as far as it's not grand. It's not like having things going through the walls or anything like that. It's really low key, kind of whether or not it's a mental illness, I won't spoil for you guys. It does have that sense to it where he starts to prepare this tornado shelter, because he feels like these recurring nightmares that he's getting are actually going to come to fruition. It's kind of, he possibly thinks God or somebody is giving him things from the future, and so he's just preparing. So his family, he has a daughter who's deaf, and his wife is played by Jessica Chastain, and he's a great family man. I mean, everything about him, he's a really, really great character, and he's just suffering from something, and you don't really know if he is suffering from something, like I said. It could be schizophrenia, because it does run in his family, but also there's that off chance that, he might be right. And so he just starts building this shelter for his family under the ground, a hurricane shelter, and anytime, he hears lightning, or he sees lightning, or hears thunder, he thinks that it's time. It's about to happen. And by that continually happening, he sometimes has times where there's really nothing there. And you think at that point, okay, he's got mental illness, or he's got schizophrenia, but there's also times where stuff really is happening. And so it's kind of in between. You don't know whether or not something's happening or whether something isn't. And Michael Shannon's performance in this movie is incredible. He's slowly rising as one of my favorite actors, you guys. I mean, I saw him in 99 Homes last year, and he's been in a ton of other incredible movies lately. And I can't wait to see Jeff Nichols, the guy that directed this film, is only 37 years old, I think. And he's, right off the bat, an incredible director. I hadn't seen Take Shelter, but if you guys haven't seen Mud with Matthew McConaughey, he does an incredible job. That's really the film that started to get Matthew McConaughey's rise as a incredible actor instead of the romantic comedy actor that he used to be. And Jeff Nichols really took a story with that and really elevated things for Matthew McConaughey's career. So the new film that Jeff Nichols has coming out this year is called Midnight Special. It's about a kid that has powers or something like that. I don't know too much about it, but Michael Shannon's in that as the father. So I cannot wait for that film. This guy, Jeff Nichols, has not made a bad film. All of his films are incredible, and they're incredible in many different ways. So I suggest you guys check out his filmography if you haven't yet. Appreciate you guys again. I'll have another review for you guys tomorrow. Take care. See you tomorrow.